There is something you have been carrying for far too long. It lives in the space between your thoughts, in the tightness of your chest when you wake at 3 in the morning, in the way your shoulders creep toward your ears without you noticing. This weight has no name, yet you feel it. It whispers that you must stay vigilant, that you must manage every outcome, that rest is something you will earn later, after everything is finally handled. But what if I told you that this very burden, this constant state of bracing against life, is what stands between you and the healing you seek? Peace is not something you find at the end of a long journey. It is not waiting for you once all your problems are solved, or all your relationships are healed, or all your bank accounts are balanced. Peace is here now, available in this very moment, ready to move through you like a river that has always known its way home. The energy of peace is not passive. It is not resignation or giving up. It is the most powerful force for transformation that exists, and your body, your mind, your spirit, they are all aching for you to allow it in. For so many years, you have been taught to push, to strive, to fix, to control. You have learned to scan the horizon for problems before they arrive, to rehearse conversations that may never happen, to hold your breath against disappointments that have not yet occurred. This vigilance feels like protection, but it has become a prison. Every muscle in your body has memorized this tension. Your nervous system has been set to high alert for so long that it no longer remembers what safety feels like. And beneath all of this, beneath the doing and the managing and the endless mental calculations, there is a part of you that is simply exhausted. That exhaustion is not a weakness. It is a message. It is your inner wisdom telling you that there is another way. Peace is often misunderstood. We think of it as the absence of noise, the moment when all the children are finally asleep, or the house is empty, or the weekend arrives. We imagine it as a vacation, a temporary reprieve from the chaos of living. But true peace, the kind that heals, the kind that restores you at the deepest levels, is not dependent on external circumstances. It is an inner atmosphere, a quality of being that you can cultivate even when life around you remains complicated and messy and uncertain. This kind of peace does not ask you to pretend that challenges do not exist. It does not require you to smile through pain or deny your authentic feelings. Instead, it invites you to meet whatever arises with a different energy. Where there was resistance, peace offers acceptance. Where there was tension, peace offers softness. Where there was the need to know and control every outcome, peace offers trust. This is not the trust that everything will turn out exactly as you wish, but the trust that you have the inner resources to meet whatever comes, that you are held by something larger than your individual will, that the universe is not working against you, but is always, always working toward wholeness. When you begin to allow this energy of peace into your awareness, something remarkable happens. You start to notice how much of your suffering is not actually about your circumstances, but about your relationship to them. The job situation may still be uncertain, but you are no longer at war with the uncertainty. The relationship may still be complicated, but you are no longer exhausting yourself trying to force a resolution. The body may still be healing, but you are no longer adding layers of anxiety and judgment to its process. Peace creates space, and in that space, true healing begins. Your body has been keeping score. It remembers every moment you held your breath when someone raised their voice. It remembers every time you smiled on the outside while your stomach twisted with anxiety on the inside. It remembers the countless occasions when you pushed through fatigue, ignored your hunger, dismissed your need for rest, because there was always something more important than your own well-being. These memories are not just stored in your mind, they are written into your tissues, your muscles, your cells. Notice right now where you are holding tension. Without trying to fix anything, just bring your awareness to your jaw. Is it clenched? Are your teeth pressing together as if bracing for impact? Notice your shoulders. Have they crept up toward your ears? Are you wearing them like armor, as if they could somehow protect you from the weight of the world? Notice your breath. Is it shallow, confined to the top of your chest, as if you have forgotten that you are allowed to breathe deeply? Is your belly soft, or is it held tight, as if you are perpetually preparing for a blow? These are not small matters. The tension you carry in your jaw is connected to all the words you have swallowed, all the truths you have not spoken, all the times you said yes when your whole being wanted to say no. The tightness in your shoulders is the accumulated weight of responsibilities, both real and imagined, both yours and those you picked up from others who were never meant to be your burden. The shallowness of your breath is your body's learned response to a world that has felt overwhelming, a world where taking up space, breathing fully, existing completely, somehow seemed dangerous or selfish or too much. Your body is not broken because it holds this tension. Your body is wise. It has been protecting you in the only way it knows how. But now it is time to tell your body the sigo, and it can rest. It is time to send a message to every cell, every fiber, every system that the emergency is over. You are safe enough to soften. You are safe enough to breathe. You are safe enough to let the energy of peace begin its work. This softening does not happen through force. You cannot strong-arm yourself into relaxation. You cannot create peace by adding it to your list of things to achieve. The invitation here is different. It is an invitation to stop fighting, to stop resisting, to stop trying to control the uncontrollable. Look at how much energy you expend each day pushing against reality. Life presents something you did not want, a delay, a disappointment, a difficult conversation, an unexpected expense, and immediately your whole system goes to war. The mind begins its campaign of, "This should not be happening," and "Why does this always happen to me?" and "I cannot handle this." The body follows, flooding with stress hormones, preparing for battle. And underneath it all, there is the exhausting belief that if you just fight hard enough, resist strongly enough, control cleverly enough, you can somehow force life to bend to your will. But what if life is not something to be fought? What if the universe is not your opponent, but your partner? What if every challenge, every unexpected turn, every moment that does not match your plan is not evidence that something has gone wrong, but simply the unfolding of a process so much larger and more intelligent than your limited perspective can perceive? This is not about becoming passive. This is not about lying down and letting life roll over you. This is about recognizing the profound difference between powerless resignation and powerful allowing. When you allow, you stop wasting your precious energy on battles that cannot be won. You stop depleting yourself by arguing with what is. You stop creating secondary selves, fearing by adding your resistance to whatever pain already exists. And in that stopping, in that cessation of the endless fight, something extraordinary becomes possible. Healing. Healing happens in peace, not in anxiety, not in fear, not in the desperate grasping for control. Your body knows how to heal. It has known since before you were born. Every cut that has closed, every fever that has broken, every heartbreak that has eventually softened, these are evidence of your body's innate intelligence, its constant movement toward wholeness. But this intelligence cannot function optimally in a system that is perpetually flooded with stress hormones, perpetually braced for the next catastrophe, perpetually running on empty because rest feels like weakness. When you bring the energy of peace into your body, you create the conditions for this natural healing to accelerate. Your immune system functions better when you are not chronically stressed. Your digestion works more efficiently when you are not constantly tense. Your heart beats in a healthier rhythm when you are not perpetually anxious. Your cells regenerate more effectively when you sleep deeply instead of lying awake rehearsing worst-case scenarios. Peace is not a luxury. It is not something you will tend to when everything else is handled. Peace is the foundation upon which all other healing rests. Take a breath right now, a real one. Draw air all the way down into your belly, feeling it expand. Hold it gently for just a moment, then release it slowly, letting your shoulders drop as you exhale. As the breath leaves your body, imagine that you are releasing something you have been holding. You do not need to name it or analyze it or understand it. Just let the exhale carry it away. Do this again. Breathe in peace. Breathe out tension. Breathe in spaciousness. Breathe out the need to control. Breathe in trust. Breathe out fear. This simple act, this conscious breathing, is not merely a relaxation technique. It is a declaration. It is you telling your entire system that in this moment, right now, you are choosing a different way. You are choosing to be present rather than lost in worried thoughts about the future or resentful thoughts about the past. You are choosing to inhabit your body rather than living entirely in your head. You are choosing to receive the gift of this moment rather than waiting for some future moment when everything will finally be different enough for you to relax. The energy of peace is always available, but you must choose it. Not once, but again and again. Not as a destination you reach, but as a practice you return to. Each time you notice your shoulders climbing toward your ears and you consciously soften them, you are choosing peace. Each time you catch yourself in a spiral of anxious thoughts and you gently bring your attention back to your breath, you are choosing peace. Each time you feel the urge to control an outcome, and instead you open your hands and allow life to unfold, you are choosing peace. This choosing is not always easy. Your mind has been trained to believe that constant vigilance keeps you safe. Your ego has been conditioned to believe that control is power. Your nervous system has been wired through years of experience to stay on high alert. So when you begin to practice peace, there will be resistance. Your mind will tell you that relaxing is irresponsible, that letting go means giving up, that accepting what is means you are resigned to suffering forever. These thoughts are not the truth. They are simply old patterns, old programming, old fears doing what they have always done. You do not need to fight these thoughts. That would just be another battle, another form of resistance. Instead, notice them with compassion. There is the voice that believes I must control everything. There is the fear that if I relax, everything will fall apart. There is the old conditioning that tells me rest must be earned. Notice these voices, thank them for trying to protect you, and then gently, firmly choose peace anyway. As you practice this choosing, something begins to shift in the very fabric of your being. You are not just calming your mind or relaxing your body, though these things happen. You are reclaiming your energetic sovereignty. For so long, you have been leaking energy in every direction, worrying about people who may or may not be thinking about you, absorbing the stress and anxiety of everyone around you as if their emotional state is your responsibility, replaying old conversations and old hurts, giving your present moment energy to things that are long past, projecting into future scenarios that may never occur, exhausting yourself with problems that exist only in your imagination. When you choose peace, you call all of that scattered energy back home to yourself. You stop sending your power out to 1,000 different places, and you gather it back into this moment, into this body, into this breath. You create an energetic boundary that says, I am no longer available to carry what is not mine. I am no longer available to be tossed about by every external circumstance. I am no longer available to abandon myself in service of managing everyone else's experience. This is not selfish. This is essential. You cannot heal when your energy is fragmented. You cannot hear your own inner guidance when you are constantly tuned into everyone else's frequency. You cannot access your own wisdom when you are drowning in information and opinions and demands from the outside world. Peace brings you home to yourself, and from that centered place, from that place of inner sovereignty, you have so much more to offer. Not because you are striving or performing or proving, but because you are simply being who you truly are. There is a ripple effect to your peace that you may not fully realize. When you stop participating in the collective anxiety, when you refuse to match the frenetic energy of a world spinning faster and faster, when you anchor yourself in this deep inner calm, you become a point of stillness in the storm. Others will feel this, whether they consciously recognize it or not. Your nervous system speaks to their nervous system. Your peace gives them permission to breathe. Your groundedness offers them a place to rest, even if only for a moment. This does not mean you will never feel anger or sadness or fear. Peace is not the absence of emotion. It is the spaciousness that holds all emotion without being overwhelmed by it. You can feel grief and still be at peace. You can experience righteous anger and still be at peace. You can acknowledge fear and still be at peace. The difference is that these feelings move through you like weather. They come, they are honored, and they pass, rather than becoming the entire climate of your inner world. When you understand this, you stop seeing certain emotions as failures, as evidence that you are not peaceful enough or evolved enough or doing it right. You begin to meet yourself with compassion in every state. The you that feels anxious is worthy of love. The you that feels overwhelmed is worthy of love. The you that cannot seem to let go, even when you know you should, is worthy of love. Peace does not require you to be perfect. It requires you to be present. Sit with this for a moment. Place your hand on your heart. Feel the warmth of your own touch. This simple gesture, this offering of comfort from yourself to yourself, is powerful. For so long you have been looking outside for reassurance, for validation, for someone to tell you that you are okay, that you are enough, that you are allowed to rest. But what if you could give this to yourself? What if your own hand on your own heart could communicate safety and acceptance and love? Speak quietly to yourself, either aloud or in the silence of your mind. I am allowed to be at peace. I do not need to earn it or deserve it or wait for the perfect moment. Peace is my birthright. It is my natural state, and I claim it now, in this imperfect moment, in this imperfect life, in this beautifully flawed human experience. As you speak these words, notice any resistance that arises. Notice if there is a voice that says, "But you do not understand my situation. You do not know how much I am dealing with. Peace is not possible for me right now." This voice is the voice of old conditioning, and it is lying to you. Peace is always possible. Not because your circumstances change, but because you change your relationship to your circumstances. The energy of peace is intelligent. It knows where to go in your body, what to heal, what to release. You do not need to direct it or manage it or understand it. You simply need to allow it. Think of it like sunlight. You do not tell the sun where to shine or how to warm or which parts of your body need its healing rays. You simply stand in the light and let it do what it does naturally. Peace works the same way. As you allow this energy to move through you, you may notice old emotions surfacing. This is not a sign that something is going wrong. This is the healing process. Your body has been holding feelings that you did not have the space or safety to process when they first arose. Now, in this environment of peace and acceptance, they are being released. Let them come. Let the tears fall if they need to fall. Let the anger move through if it needs to move. Let the grief wash over you if it needs to wash. And underneath all of it, remain anchored in peace. You are not your emotions. You are the spacious awareness that witnesses them, holds them, and ultimately releases them. This process takes time. You are undoing years, perhaps decades of conditioning. You are retraining a nervous system that has been set to survival mode for far too long. You are learning a new language, the language of allowing rather than forcing, of trusting rather than controlling, of being rather than constantly doing. Be patient with yourself. Some days you will remember to choose peace easily, naturally, without effort. Other days you will forget, and you will find yourself back in the old patterns, back in the tension and the worry and the fight. This is not failure. This is being human. Each time you notice that you have forgotten, you have an opportunity to begin again. Right there, in that moment of recognition, you can soften your shoulders, take a conscious breath, and return to peace. It does not matter how many times you forget. What matters is that you keep returning. This returning, this faithful coming back to center again and again is the practice. This is how you build new neural pathways, how you teach your body a new way of being, how you create a life that is rooted in peace rather than perpetually balanced on the edge of anxiety. Imagine for a moment what your life could look like if peace was your foundation. Not if all your problems disappeared, but if you met every single one of them from a place of inner calm. The difficult conversation you have been avoiding, you could enter it grounded and clear. The decision you have been agonizing over, you could trust your inner wisdom to guide you. The body sensation that frightens you, you could meet it with curiosity rather than fear. The relationship that feels complicated, you could show up as yourself rather than twisting into shapes designed to keep the peace outside at the expense of the peace inside. This is what becomes possible when you allow the energy of peace to heal you. You do not become someone who never struggles or never feels pain or never faces challenges. You become someone who has a foundation strong enough to hold you through all of it. You become someone who knows that no matter what happens in the external world, there is a place inside you that remains unshaken, a place that is always home, a place that is eternally at peace. And here is what may surprise you. As you cultivate this inner peace, the external world begins to shift as well. Not because you have manipulated or controlled or forced anything to change, but because you are no longer emanating the energy of resistance and fear. You are no longer attracting circumstances that mirror your inner chaos. You are no longer creating drama to match your internal turbulence. From a peaceful center, life unfolds differently. Opportunities appear that you could not have engineered. Relationships deepen in ways you could not have predicted. Solutions emerge that you could not have planned. This is not magic. This is alignment. This is what happens when you stop blocking the natural flow of life with your resistance and instead allow yourself to be carried by the current of peace. You are not alone in this practice. Every person who chooses peace, who refuses to participate in the collective anxiety, who anchors themselves in calm amidst the storm, is contributing to a larger shift. Your peace matters beyond your individual life. It ripples out in ways you cannot see or measure. The clerk at the grocery store who feels your calm presence and takes a deeper breath. The child who relaxes in your peaceful energy and remembers what safety feels like. The friend who calls you in crisis and feels held by your groundedness even when you have no advice to offer. You do not need to do anything except be at peace. Your presence is the gift. So let yourself rest in this energy now. Let your whole body receive it. Let every cell drink it in like water after a long drought. You have been thirsty for this peace for so long, and now you are finally allowing yourself to drink. Your heart can rest. Your mind can rest. Your striving, exhausted, beautiful self can finally rest. Nothing needs to be fixed in this moment. Nothing needs to be improved or changed or made perfect. You are enough exactly as you are, and peace is your natural state. As you move forward from this moment, carry this knowing with you. You are not trying to acquire peace from somewhere outside yourself. You are simply removing the barriers to the peace that is already here, that has always been here, that is inseparable from your true nature. Every time you soften instead of brace, every time you breathe instead of hold, every time you allow instead of resist, you are not creating peace, you are revealing it. You are uncovering what has been here all along, buried under layers of conditioning and fear and the exhausting belief that you must constantly manage and control every aspect of your existence. You are free to let that go now. You are free to trust. You are free to rest in the arms of a universe that has been holding you since before you were born and will continue to hold you long after this particular story is complete. The energy of peace is not just within you. It is you. It is your essence, your truth, your home. And every moment of every day, in the midst of whatever chaos or challenge or uncertainty life presents, you can choose to return to it. You can choose to allow it to heal you. You can choose to be the peace that this world so desperately needs. This is your power, this is your gift, this is your healing. And it begins right now with this breath, with this choice, with this gentle allowing of peace to move through you and restore you to wholeness,